Hello and welcome to another edition of Jamaica Magazine. I'm Theodore Henry, your guide for this enlightening journey. Stay with us. There's much ahead to inform, inspire, and uplift. Thanks for staying with us. As the hurricane season unfolds, being prepared can make all the difference, not just for your home, but for your health. So, stay tuned to learn more.
Food, clean water, and medication are among the important things to secure when you're preparing for severe weather conditions, such as a tropical storm or hurricane. Pay attention as we share a few useful tips on these, as well as advice for pregnant women and persons with chronic illnesses. Persons with chronic illnesses such as diabetes, high blood pressure, heart disease, and asthma are reminded to have an adequate supply of medication on hand. If they have to evacuate their homes, they must ensure that they take their medication with them to the place of shelter. They should continue to take their medications as prescribed by the doctor while away from home. Having an igloo with ice for medication needing refrigeration is recommended. Also, persons with chronic illnesses must keep regular eating and medication schedules and ensure they have received adequate nutrition and hydration. If a storm is on the way, medical experts recommend that all pregnant women who are within 1 month of their delivery date should relocate to family or friends who are in close proximity to a hospital or delivery center. If you must evacuate your home when disaster threatens, certain items should be taken with you. Medical supplies, including over-the-counter and prescription medications, dentures, and first aid kit items such as bandages and rubbing alcohol. Also take along basic disaster supplies, including flashlights, batteries, radio, and bottled water. You'll also need clothing and sanitation supplies, such as diapers, toilet tissue, soap, and feminine hygiene products. Keep a bag with supplies for the emergency evacuation from your home. This should include only non-perishable items and special foods like baby formula. And while these are not strictly for health purposes, it's also recommended to travel with important family documents like birth, marriage, death certificates, passports, land titles, and immunization cards, as well as games, books, and other items for your entertainment. With the threat of power outage and water shortage during or following a storm, food safety takes an added importance. Do not store food items with chemicals such as kerosene, bleach, detergents, and insect sprays. Do not purchase food from tins which have signs of dents, bulges, or other damage. Keep food in a dry and cool place. And store sugar, flour, rice, and crackers in their original packages or in tightly closed containers. Lock-offs are likely in a storm. Plus, flood rains can wash sediments into the water supply. So, store water for domestic use in a clean, covered container. Ensure the lid fits tightly to prevent mosquito breeding. Do not use containers that have previously stored harmful chemicals. Use a clean container with a handle to dip up water from storage. Treat the water with bleach or by boiling for safe use. For further information and health advice to prepare for severe weather conditions, please contact the Ministry of Health and Wellness's Emergency Operations Center at 888-1LOVE. That's 888-663-5683. Or visit www.mohw.gov.jm.
Me Negril. The Government Services Mobile Fair is rolling into your community on Friday, October 31. Come to the Negril Beach Park, Norman Manley Boulevard for passport renewal, legal aid assistance, apply for birth certificates, road licenses, path benefits, new business registration, property tax, and NWC services. Get information on the National Housing Trust, plus free health checks and much more. Come out and celebrate the Government of Jamaica Service Excellence Month as we bring government services to your doorstep.
Up next, we take you into the island's first state-of-the-art forensic pathology autopsy suite, designed to enhance accuracy and efficiency in post-mortem investigations.
Historic step forward for national security, justice, science, and public health. Jamaica now leads the Caribbean in forensic advancement. The Ministry of National Security officially opens the state-of-the-art forensic pathology autopsy suite built to international standards and designed to meet the growing needs of a modern justice system.
Institute of Forensic Science and Legal Medicine is a critical institution in the entire security architecture and a part of the Plan Secure Jamaica program. It's critical because it is important that when criminals are apprehended, we can take them to court with irrefutable evidence and have successful prosecution.
We have designed a building that is 1,500 square meters, which comes out at about 16,700 square feet. We have parking for 43 cars. We have covered areas for places like when the bodies are brought in, they brought them under the shade, take them into the area where they weigh the bodies, and then they take them into the cooler rooms. This particular room is what I consider the engine of the entire building. We're 10 people who would work in here as pathologists, totaling 120 bodies can hold in this building. So, for example, if you have an earthquake and we have problems in the country, this building can't stop. It has every backup that we can say to make sure that nothing stops. It has to run. And there's a lot of equipment and rooms. Also, how people come into the building. The police are properly positioned that they can control anybody coming into the building. Also, there are cards that some people can allow into some areas, others can't. So those are the kind of things that go on. It is very sophisticated.
Jamaica has not had a national, public morgue since the 1970s. My understanding is that the facility was destroyed by fire. Now, what this really meant is that we were conducting, postmortems in private funeral homes, in an unregulated industry. And when you consider the justice and security implications of that, there was really a need to have this facility in place at the earliest opportunity.
This project was started in October 2021, to be exact, the 14th of October. My experience with this, I think I've learned a lot on this building, being the first building of its kind in the Caribbean. And it's a unique building. Most of us, if not all of us who work on this building, see it as being unique to the country.
Students, policemen who can come, look at what the pathologists are working on, and we can ask questions as they work along. And that applies here as well. This particular one behind us is really the one that the police use. And if they have questions, they can talk to the pathologists from the room up there and make their own notes, because all of that sometimes comes into the courts.
There is a nexus between security, economic, and social development. No doubt about that. All right? What this facility will do is to contribute in a very meaningful way in improving the investigative capacity of law enforcement, and all the other entities, within the justice system, the courts, to have access to forensic certificates in a timely manner to ensure that the right perpetrators, are brought to justice. You can see how it will actually strengthen security, justice, and by extension, economic and social progress.
There is no doubt that a quality criminal justice system is important for national development. And that's what the forensic, the autopsy suite brings to the table.
It's going to be groundbreaking for our country in terms of the national security implication.
Ultra-modern facility, certainly the best in the Caribbean.
This facility is more than modern equipment. It is a testament that the government remains steadfast in its commitment to truth, accountability, and the pursuit of justice.
Built out a host of drones, a fleet of drones that we use to manage our land resource. And they include small drones like the DJI Mavic 2 that I have, and also the larger drones like the DJI Matrix 350.
The National Land Agency, NLA, utilizes drones to effectively manage land resources through inspections. For smaller properties, the NLA employs smaller drones. In contrast, for larger properties, the agency opts for larger drones that can cover more ground and conduct longer flights to map extensive areas. The NLA integrates drone technology across several departments. It uses drones for land valuation, inspections, and deratings. Additionally, the drones assist in property mapping, cadastral surveys, and topographic surveys. The agency's estate management division also benefits from this technology, as it aids in managing various properties and land leases.
We've also incorporated the technology in hydrographic surveys. So we're mapping many of our piers, many of our nearshore harbors, and we're using the drone technology to assist the hydrographers as well in their work. Additionally, we have implemented a drone pilot training course where individuals can come and they can be trained as drone pilots. That's a tremendous course. It actually has taken off very well. It's a 3-week course and it's a premium course. So we do advise that persons can come and become a part of that course, and when they leave, they'll be certified drone pilots. Our HR department, they have a form that can be filled. So once someone has an interest, they can give us a call, and we can actually give them the information as to how to sign up for that course. Currently, the cost of this course is 150,000 Jamaican dollars. We have kept that cost for the last 3 years. And this is a premium course. It's worth much more than that. When an individual comes into this course, they will learn the theory behind drone technology. They will learn how to do drone maneuvers so that they can be safe while flying. They will learn all the rudiments of the drone and how it works. They'll also learn the legal requirements. So they'll learn how to apply for a permit to fly. They'll learn how to operate within the airspace, which most persons who are flying drones do not understand, that there are laws, regulations, do's and don'ts. So it's a very packed course, and the persons will leave as robust pilots.
This story is about Brother Anansi and the birds at Cherry Island. One morning, Anansi was very angry. What caused him to be so angry? He liked to sleep in bed. And that morning, there was such a noise in the yard that he could not sleep. When he awoke, all the birds were there. Big birds with long beaks, little birds with short beaks, green birds, yellow birds, birds with long legs, birds with short legs. What is this, said Anansi. Why did you wake me? We come here so early because we have to go far away. Where are you going? We are going to Bird Cherry Island. All the cherries are ripe now. Can I come with you? Yes, you could come, but you cannot swim and you cannot fly. If each bird lend me a feather, I will fly. So each bird lent to Nancy a feather, and they flew away to Bird Cherry Island. There they were, they ate cherries all day until it was evening. The birds were ready to go home. Come, Brother Anansi, we are ready to go home. What, me? And leave all these cherries here? So the birds took back their feathers and flew away, leaving Anansi. Well, evening came and Anansi wanted to go home, and he could not swim and he could not fly. He walked down to the side of the sea and to see if he could find a boat. He didn't find a boat. He looked into water. He saw a big head with bright eyes and sharp teeth. He realized that it was Brother Alligator. Brother Alligator, he said, start befriending Alligator. I have some fine ripe cherries for you. Bring them down to my wife. My wife is fond of bird cherries. So Alligator took the cherries down, and Mrs. Alligator was glad for it. It was late, so they said, all right, Anansi, you can stay here for the night, and then we'll send you home in the morning. In the morning, it was his duty to take the 10 eggs that Alligator had to him to be washed. But in the middle of the night, he had already ate off 9 of the eggs, leaving only 1. He said, Brother Alligator, I'll take the eggs one by one, because if I fall, they'll break in pieces. So Anansi took that 1 egg 10 times to Brother Alligator. The following morning, after the morning was rolling on, Alligator put him in a boat. 2 fishes rowed, and Anansi sat back in the boat. 1 fish could not hear well, 1 could not speak well. When they were far out at sea, Alligator discovered what Anansi had done. So he called out, bring back Anansi, bring back Anansi. The fish that could not hear well said, what does he say? And the one that could not speak well said, good. And Anansi said, he says you have to row fast, a storm is coming. So they rowed fast and brought Anansi to his own shore. Well, what this story teaches is that you should not be ungrateful. The birds took him there, and then in the evening he suffered. He could not reach home easily. And it was only by luck that he got a ride to go home. And then he was even lucky that Brother Alligator didn't eat him. So he just escaped.
In honor of a leader shaping Jamaica's future, we profile Keith Duncan, National Honors recipient and champion of progress with purpose and heart.
One word I'd use to describe Mr. Duncan is patriotic.
Driven, a man for all times.
Diligent and persistent.
Dynamic.
Peacemaker. Service and solution oriented. Get it done, guy.
From the boardrooms of finance to the streets of inner-city Kingston, his name has become synonymous with vision, compassion, and transformation. Keith Duncan, businessman, reformer, and community builder, has spent decades redefining leadership in Jamaica, driven by one unwavering belief that true progress must lift everyone. Born into a family grounded in social justice and nation building, Keith Duncan's journey was shaped by two powerful influences: service and love for people.
My father was very much into nation building through politics. My mother was a great supporter of the social justice, the movement, Black Power movement. My mother was always an entrepreneur.
Those early lessons would define his path as a voice for inclusion and national growth.
When Hurricane Gilbert came, when I was a young businessman, it wiped out my seafood business, and I went into tourism, working at FDR, a group of FDR Holidays, which is a group of hotels in Jamaica. Eventually, my mother called me. She started JMB in the first, and within the first 6 months of starting JMB, she called me and she said, Keith, you have to come join me now and you have to come give me the support because you're a hustler. And I need a hustling mentality in this business to grow the business, to expand the business, because, that is who you are, So I'm always pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing. And therefore, she recruited me, and then that is when I got into finance.
In moments of national uncertainty, his calm focus and collaborative spirit stood out.
Jamaica was always on the edge. And so we have faced some significant challenges, but once you stay positive and you're solution oriented, you work through those challenges. And sometimes they look dark, but you stay focused and you push through.
Keith leads with access. He leads up front, he's with you, he's leading you, he's behind you. So he really and truly embodies, in my view, what leadership is all about. I served as his honorary secretary in the private sector organization of Jamaica for the 3 years of his presidency. During COVID, the context of setting up the ENDS program, where in fact we were going out and having persons being able to charge their services using technology. Keith drove that.
That same commitment would later power a movement to transform Jamaica's communities. Project STAR, Social Transformation and Renewal, a program changing lives across Jamaica through job training, business support, and counseling.
Keith is a change maker. He doesn't just speak about change, but he makes change happen. He's very gifted at bringing people together from all walks of life, of building trust, and most importantly, delivering results in a way that truly makes a difference. The project is in its 4th year, and to date, the project would have impacted the lives of over 10,000 vulnerable Jamaicans.
For those who know him best, like his twin sister, Keith's greatest strength isn't just leadership, it's his heart.
Keith would like everybody at the table. Which is a little bit annoying sometimes because the meetings are too big. The other thing is that he's straight from heart. So it's like a blend of heart and mind.
In 2025, Keith Duncan is being recognized for outstanding service to national development, finance, and social transformation with one of the nation's highest honors, the Order of Jamaica.
I am honored to be a part of that grouping that is recognized like this. But at the end of the day, it's all about creating a better Jamaica for my children, my grandchildren to come, and generations to come, because Jamaica have great possibility, great potential.
It feels so right. It is perfect. It is quite appropriate. Keith got 4 O-levels, okay? 4 subjects. And in mathematics, Keith got a U, which is ungraded. So that's why any young man that I hear about that lost them way, I'm like, you don't have to worry about, look on Keith. And he found his way to the kind of contribution that he's making now, consistent with the values that he was brought of his parents, his father and mother.
He works hard for his country. I believe that he believes in his country, and the challenges or whatever there is, he wants to put himself forward to find the solution. And I believe that the national impact, he works hard at it, and over the years you have seen him do his job while serving the nation, and I believe that with that, I think he's really deserving.
It was a fitting recognition to a life of service that extends, beyond 30 years. Keith has been selfless in his commitment to driving forward not only the economic benefit of Jamaica, or for the economic benefit of Jamaica, but also for the benefit and development of the people of Jamaica.
He deserves to get the Order of Jamaica, and I know he will represent Jamaica well.
We're so proud of Keith. Could not have happened to a better person.
Have a civic pride for your country, right? Because this is the country that we have to build and make this a place that we can really live, enjoy, prosper in this country. So therefore let us move away from just thinking about ourselves, but we have to focus on building ourselves, but we have to focus on the wider Jamaica in lifting Jamaica.
Keith Duncan, a man of grace, principle, and authenticity, continues to lead not from above, but from among us, proving that when leadership is rooted in love, it can move a nation.
You know the adage, water is life? Rightly stated, as it supports all living beings. But with the passing of a hurricane, supply may be compromised and properly stored water could just become our lifeline. Step 1. It is best to use food-grade containers to store water. This means that the material used is fit for human consumption and won't have toxic substances entering your water. Step 2. Be sure to wash and rinse the container thoroughly in preparation for water storage. Step 3. After filling the container, be sure to seal it tightly. If it has a screw-on cap, ensure it's tightly closed. This will prevent contamination. Step 4. Also, to prevent contamination, store water in a cool, dark place. This is to minimize exposure to temperature fluctuations, which can degrade the quality of the water and the container. Step 5. Replace stored water frequently to ensure freshness. You may use older water for non-drinking purposes. Step 6. Additionally, you may want to label the containers with the date of storage. This will help you keep track of how long the water has been stored. Step 7. Drinking water containing bacteria and viruses can lead to serious health issues and diseases such as diarrhea, cholera, or dysentery. If you're in doubt as to the state of your drinking water, you may want to apply water purification methods such as boiling to get rid of any bacteria. Step 8. Finally, going back to point number 1, do not store water in containers that have been used for chemicals or substances that can leach into the water and your system. Ensure that your stored water remains safe and drinkable. Protect your water, and it will protect you.
As we wrap up today's edition of Jamaica Magazine, we hope you found these features informative and engaging. Let's stay connected through our website, jis.gov.jm, and on social media. On behalf of the production team, I'm Theodore Henry. Stay safe and have a great weekend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.